Friday morning, decided to check out the beach before I get to work. As you can see, it's not too bad right now because it's right at the dead low tide about to come in, but it is pretty decent. So the waves are definitely going to pick up as the tide comes in, probably 4 foot. But the good thing is there are mullet everywhere. There's a school right there. If you stand about ankle deep and look north, if you're looking for them, and wait for the wave to go out, you'll just see the streaks of them heading down to the water. One cast, you'll have all the mullet you need, and everything's gonna be eating these guys. There they are right there. I don't know if y'all can see them. Oh, that's they're working on the pier behind me. There's JK, he's coming down. Plenty of mullet. If you need mullet, if you're fishing the weekend, you're fishing this afternoon, yeah, here comes the waves. Look at this, they're coming in. That tide's gonna be crazy. Let's see. Watch when this wave goes out, you'll see the mullet. Man, that went up there that time. It's just now coming in. It's gonna come in awfully fast. Even the mullet didn't want to come up for that one. Plenty of sand fleas too. Numerous schools right here by the pier. They've actually added the next section, like I was saying earlier, one more section, and they'll basically be to the end of the existing pier. And then about 3 more sections after that, 4 more sections, they'll be to where the original length was, and then they'll start. So we'll see what happens. All right, there's the mullet. Can y'all see all the ripples right there? They're just going down in the waves. And then this past that is the sand fleas. See all the ripples down there? There's a lady fishing sand fleas right in front of her. I don't think she even sees them. The water, man, it was cleaner yesterday. I don't know what happened. The wind died off. It's more brown today. Though with all the bait in the water, if I had time, I definitely would fish at the low tide. Look at, you can see the trough isn't bad, but past that where the sandbar is, there's some 5-foot swells coming in. So as that tide comes in, all that's gonna be pushing in. So you definitely have to fish on the low tide. Last 2 of the low tide, and you'll be fine if you have some Sputniks. But with all these mullet, I would definitely put a mullet on. Trout, reds, bluefish. If you like blues, a lot of people are eating them. There's all the mullet down there, all going out with the wave. What I do with the mullet, I always 1 or 2 buckets, and I have like 3 or 4 aerators. I make sure they're alive. They got to keep that oxygen going. And if you like to freeze them, now would be a good time to come freeze them. I think you can only keep 50 a trip. So keep your 50, freeze them. We used to freeze them in bags of a dozen. So when they're not here, you use them as cut bait and those reds, trout and flounder and all. I mean, they still eat it. When the mullet are gone, they're still looking for them. So should have brought my net to show. There they are, look at that. Can y'all see them on here? All those ripples going down, those are all mullet. And then past that's the sand fleas. And the water definitely feels much cooler today. There's a good wave coming in. There's no doubt early in the morning, there's probably reds everywhere in the surf right now, chasing these guys. When the pier was open on days like this, when we'd fish from up top, we'd actually see the reds chasing them in shallow inches of water. And one day, me and my buddy Phil, we were out here during a hurricane swell, and it was just the craziest thing. Every time a wave would come in, you could see the red. There's a really big school right there. See them? The reds were chasing the mullet up in the surf. There's a school right there, right in front of us, guys. And then there's the sand fleas right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. The glare's a little bad. but the reds were coming in with the waves, and several times they actually got stuck on the sand as the wave receded. If we were on the beach, we could have just ran and picked up our fish. And there's more sand fleas right there. Just to show y'all, I don't know if it, sometimes I can't see what's going on with this glare, but right here is just the absolute, look, ton of them, tons, big ones. Look at that. That's the size right there. That medium size is the size I like to use right there. Everything eats it at that size. All right, guys, hope y'all can fish. Remember, the low tide, time to fish. I'll catch y'all later.